Welcome back, Aries. So we pulled some cards here. The original three cards talked about you ignoring your intuition. We had the Hermit reverse, the Sun card, and the Wheel of Fortune. So blazing through with your ego. A lot of people think when someone's sitting in their ego, it means that they are only thinking of themselves. That's not always obvious. Sometimes it looks like, I don't want to hurt this person. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Really, what you're doing is thinking of yourself because you're worried about the backlash that that might cause. So blazing ahead and hiding from the sun, hiding underneath here. I don't know if you guys can see that little bunny under there. There is a floration. There's this big blossoming that's happening for you right now. So no matter which way you go, yes, that's the way you're supposed to go. Yes, you're leading into your experience. And some of you are going to need to repeat experiences over and over again in order to get where you go. But some of you are going to blaze through. And the ones that are blazing through in a new direction, in the direction of, I'm doing it for me. I only have one life. YOLO energy. Those of you, Aries, that have that frequency, which I'm thinking is probably more of the generation with the Pluto in Sagittarius, because you already have this fire energy, and your sun would, or your rising sign, depending on which Aries you are, is aligned to your Pluto frequency in fire. Those younger generations, it's probably a lot easier for you, but for millennials and Gen Xers, it's likely a little harder because people pleasing has saved your life in the past. It's kept you safe, but it's done now. All right, we got some cards out. So for the intuition that you ignored, oh wow. Okay. It was about caring for others. It was about feeling how you and others are interconnected and being weary of, well, if I move on this, if I listen to my intuition, or I cancel these plans, if I quit this job, if I break up with this person, well, that's going to hurt me too in the end. I don't want to hurt anybody, and I can feel everything. So your pride took you to a place where you just decided to blaze ahead and push forward with where you were going and the plans that were already set. But that was part animal mind, and it left you knowing better. Like you knew, shit, I missed the bus. I'm staying here with this experience instead of taking that new opportunity. What would have really happened if you had broken the appointment, quit the job, left the person, said no? And now you're thinking about it. And what happened was, and this is interesting because the Page of Cups showed up at the top of the deck. An offer of love for yourself is an offer of love for others. When we care for ourselves, we become a better healed version of ourselves, and therefore we're better for others. And it likely unstabilized your finances. Opportunities of love, romance, satisfaction, comfort, joy. These things seemed halted because you decided you didn't want to ruffle anyone's feathers. So Aries, going forward, the energy of understanding and being awoken to just how powerful you are means moving away from and letting go of some ideologies that were restricting you and moving into a different place. You're thinking differently, so you're moving differently. That's where the sun is shining right now. That's the illumination, and it sucks. This person has a suitcase. They're on a voyage. They're being pulled by their thoughts, and they're wrapped in red, which is a color of passion. So this is a journey of passion. This is a pathway onto calmer waters from something really rough in the past. It's a new ideology. It's a new understanding. It's a new clarity that you're achieving. The outcome with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. I want to know about this. I want to know about this divine timing. Are we turning back the clock? What's going on here? Spirit, why is the Wheel of Fortune reversed with this new illumination? That's crazy. I got the Wheel of Fortune reversed again. We are turning back time. You are literally going to be experiencing the same dynamic again. It's going to feel like deja vu. And you're going to, very, very interestingly, which makes sense because as I do this, the Node and Mercury are together in the sky, the South Node specifically of past lives. You're going to get a chance to redo this. You're going to get a chance where you don't feel like you want to do the thing. And someone's going to say, hey, we've got that thing to do. And you're going to have to say, I don't want to be trapped anymore. I feel bound here. I need to break away from this action. This isn't what I want. Oh, beautiful. Queen of Wands. It's going to take bravery, but understand that you're lighting the path for others. When you say, you know what, this just doesn't feel right. Can we do it another time? I love you. I love this place. I love this job. It's not right now. The timing's not right for me. That's okay. And in fact, it's going to bring you so much joy. It's going to bring you so much pleasure to unbound yourself, to break away from this stuff you've built up, this repetitive action that you've done that's gotten you to this place where this expectation is set on yourself by yourself. You don't have to stick with it anymore. So these cards are oracle cards that I got at a thrift store, and I'm like 85% sure they were my mother's cards. She had one deck of cards that were oracle cards that she used to pull one a day. And so these are messages tapped to my divine guide as my mother's on the other side. And so the Magician says, play with a child. Children are our greatest teachers. Playfulness. Your advice going forward, how to do this differently, is to get excited about how children are and how inspiring they are. When a child doesn't want something, they literally just say no. If a child crosses their arms and say, I'm not going, we have a big issue. You're going to see children in your life, and maybe even people being childish in your life, what you'd refer to as childish, being very stubborn about standing up for themselves and what feels right for them. I need you to watch that like a scientist, okay? Take a walk. Let the beauty of nature feed your soul. Your power going forward, the things you need to learn, is about tapping into your surroundings, tapping into the natural world around you, and letting nature and how it follows so naturally on its instincts lead you to a place where you are ready to stand up for what you really need. Even if it's just a little pull, you need to honor that little pull, because spirit doesn't scream, fear does. Spirit whispers. So if you're having trouble hearing, stand with children in a natural place and you will connect deeper. Why is the Page of Cups upright, and what do we need to know? Mama, come to me now. Thank you. Awareness. Practice. Present moment awareness. The meaning you yearn for lives in the ever-present now. Understand that when you decide to do different with your time, energy, effort, it's because there's a bigger plan and there's something worthy of your time. And if there's an intuitive itch that you shouldn't be doing something and you ignore it, you end up in a loop until you don't ignore it anymore. This will continue to happen until you trust your awareness, until you trust your internal clock. Expect some deja vus and some opportunities to arise where you get to say the thing that you really feel. And be like a child. Be proud to stand up for yourself. Be unapologetic in your needs. And trust that the universe is providing you exactly what you want. Bye, Aries.